Welcome to Comfort Habit number 2. So I'm going to do a video commentary on my videos that I did today. I was going to do a night shoot. Again, go watch my blooper video to figure out why I'm not doing a night shoot. So, I'm going to kill this light, watch the video, do some commentary on the do's and don'ts while you're watching this video. And then I'm going to do some more videos tonight. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's kill this light. Place this thing right. Uh-oh. Welcome to Comfort Habit number 2. 1 second as I boot up Instagram. I totally failed with that. No, crap, that's the wrong button. Okay. Come on, damn it. Like I said, totally failed with that. Okay, so Instagram. I'm going to do a really small video for you about my hands being bound and my eyes being blind. It's gonna look crazy. Don't recommend y'all doing this at home. Don't recommend if you're not a martial artist to even attempt this craft. And hell, if you are a martial artist, I, again, don't really recommend that you attempt this craft. I've been training for quite some time in my life. And, you know, you're never going to use what I'm going to show you in your life unless you're making a movie. So if anybody wants to make a movie, I'm down. And fly me to you, feed me, fly me back. That's pretty much all my requirements. I'm like do Disney, then I want a full-fledged contract and a show of my own. But anyway, that being said, I'm going to blindfold me, I'm going to bound my hands and show you your limitations or your non-limitations. But I'm not going to do any backwards bounding and blindfolding. So everything's going to be up the front. Alright? Let's get it done. Don't worry, we're going to go to that. So as you can see, let me mute myself. As you can see, I put on the blindfold, which in this case was my United States of America bandana. I had a blindfold made for these type of videos, but I apparently have lost it, and I don't know where to buy a real blindfold at, because I'm not really into those kind of things. So, in doing so, the whole point was this, to inform you of what you can do and not do blindfolded and bound. As you see the distance of my hands there, you will understand, as I pour this Apple and Eve's apple juice into my cup. So, I'm teaching blocks there, your knees, and your hands, and I also state that if you are a martial artist and your sensei did not teach you how to block with knees, either you didn't reach that level or your sensei should probably not be teaching. Anyway, point of the matter is, my hands are bound and my eyes are blind. This would be one of the most difficult things that you could ever have to do in real life, so I don't recommend that you do that. As for training purposes, there will never really be a time in your life where this will be necessary, which is why I'm doing commentary now over top of all the other stuff that you are seeing. The reason why I'm doing commentary now is because I don't want somebody to come back and say, well, James, you're a fake-ass fucking martial artist, blah, blah, blah. As with most of my videos, I let you know what you can and can't use, like offset. Anyway, in an unequated era, you know, they used to make movies like this all the time. Van Damme in Bloodsport did blindfold training, which also inspired me as a child to do blindfold training. As far as blindfold fighting, I will make a confession right now.
it slightly works. And I say that because one time I think my sisters and her friends were messing with me while I was training, and I just swung for the fences. So yeah, in this very backyard. I connected with at least two people, which made them stop bothering me. So we're gonna stop there, and we're gonna go straight into bound hands training. Um, I believe there's weapons incorporated in all of this. I didn't want to make this video too long. Where's the damn mute button?
Yeah, this is gonna be my last video outside.
Okay, so there's no weapons involved, I don't think. But what I did do was I will bound my hands. Can't remember if I'm blindfolded or not.
Not gonna say that's gonna happen in my old age, but in my younger days, it could happen.
So these are my hands behind my back. Gonna mute it again.
I need you to get ready. Oh, boom.
So as you can see, the point that I was making is that it can be done, and that I don't recommend that you do it. Like I said at the beginning, there's very few chances in life where you're going to be captured, tied up with your hands behind your back, and have to fight your way through a horde of people. It's more than likely not going to happen. It will work great in the movies. And also I say in the movie, with a clip here, that if you're doing your hands bound and blindfolded, you're going to have to work with some of the greatest stuntmen on the planet so that nobody gets injured. And specifically the guy that's bound and blindfolded. And so when I was doing this, I was thinking, am I going to wind up on one of those martial arts shows saying that I'm full of shit? So, heretofore, I'm in my 40s. I'm almost 50 years old. Anything that I show you is something that I've actually trained in. You don't have to believe me. I'm not here for that. I'm here to open up my martial arts film career that over the last 19 years has not taken off. Period. I'm describing your blocks with your knees and your head. I'm also talking about that if you were horrible with your feet and your hands are behind you, you're pretty much screwed. But those are knee blocks, and I'm talking about ghost man fighting. If you have not been trained in Chinese martial arts, you probably don't know what ghost man fighting is. Well, ghost man fighting is where you are fighting an imaginary opponent. Or in my case, I usually like to do an imaginary team of 5 to 7. Depends on the day. When I was younger, I did a team of more than 9 because I never ever thought in real life that I'd ever be jumped until it happened. So, I've never had my hands tied in battle. I've been handcuffed twice. So this shows you that it can be done. And when I was handcuffed up at Wolfie's or Woodrow's, and the guy whose van my cousin stole that I was driving kept talking shit to me, I told him, see how my hands are right there? That's how my hands were. I told him, all I got to do is get to you. And if I can get these handcuffs to your throat, I'm not going to stop until I draw blood. And I'm not going to do that shit from Double Dragon where I put my hands to his throat and then bust a flip over him so that my hands are still under his throat when I bust a flip over him, because that would either break my hands or put me in an awkward ass position. But it can be done. I just don't recommend it. Because here's the thing, in real life, you're not going to get a chance to really defend yourself against resistance like this. This is why I'm making this commentary, because somebody's going to say something about these videos. But it can be done. Like I said, I have been training like this as a child. And if you notice, the elbows and everything is symmetrically shaped for its purpose. Now, you can strike like that, and I use the anime example right there, where they poke people in the butt, because for some reason, poking people in the butthole was a thing. I don't know why anybody would want to do something so nasty and gross, but there you go. I'm showing you where to hit a person, which most martial artists, when they teach you how to fight, should show you where to hit a person. So the thing about martial arts, if you're doing MMA, A lot of people are going to tell you to hit people really hard. If you're doing other training, a lot of people are going to tell you to hit people slightly hard. My policy is simple, and again, my policy, my opinion, you don't have to take it, but please respect it. It is not how hard you hit a person, it is where you hit a person. In my old age, I have learned the best way to stop someone. Let me pause this video real quick while I have your attention. Pause, damn it. Okay, wait for the line to disappear while I find something that I can touch the screen with to show you. I don't know if that line's going to disappear. I also don't have anything on this damn thing I can use to touch. Maybe this flashlight will do. No, this flashlight will not do. So we're going to go with this ink pen here. Alright, so let me rewind. Oh, crap. Alright, so right about there, when I start talking about poking in the stomach and the butthole thing, see the elbow? See the strike? I get back in the normal stance. Right there. So I'm going into a normal stance. So that's how that works. Okay. So I'm going to push back in here. So here's your human diagram. Weakest points of human bodies. Elbows, knees, groin, inner outer belly, throat. Let's see if I can get to the part where the throat is, and here we go. Damn it. Alright, so I'm pushing in here, which I'll play in a second. When I'm pushing in here, this is your sternum. This is where your breathing stops and starts. Everything in your central line starts here, and then here. So when I was taught martial arts, I was taught where to hit a person versus how hard to hit a person. This happened when I switched from karate to kung fu. So in kung fu, I'm taught strike here and strike here. In kempo, I'm taught break at the joints, because everywhere there's a joint, there's a pressure point that controls the flow of blood. So when I'm doing this, watch me push into my stomach here. You'll see right there. That is where you don't want to get hit. But that is a guaranteed take out a person's breath strike. And so when I do these things, for those who have no idea what I'm talking about, my martial art era, 70s, 80s, 90s, a lot of things that they didn't teach you guys, I was taught. Also, by the time I was 15, 16, I was being taught by a Green Beret at my job. So, no, it is what it is. Plus, all of my uncles, except maybe two, one on each side, didn't serve in the military. So I know my way around a fight fairly well. The thing is, the human body will always be the world's most deadliest machine. That's not just a quote from Fatal Fury. It's a fact. And another fact is, you can hit somebody as hard as hell and still not finish them off. They might be tougher than they look, which seems to be a fatal flaw that people misunderstand when it comes to me. And I always tell people, no matter who they are, and this is again my personal opinion, it's better to be stronger than tougher. No, it's better to be tougher than stronger. You figure it out. You figure out what works for you, and you will find out, in my opinion, and only in my opinion, it is way better to be tougher than stronger. Strength runs out, and how much of a beating you can take will decide your fate on that battlefield. You can be strong and be a one-hitter quitter, but what happens when you come to the one guy that no matter how hard you hit them, they don't go to sleep? Henceforth, it's not how hard you hit, it is where you hit. So I'm hoping that explaining it to you while you're watching me, because I can get more out of you guys watching me as I talk than me trying to talk and do it at the same time, versus, that you can go back and watch this video later and hear all the crap that comes out my mouth, But this commentary thing here, it works better for me to explain it to you because of the simple fact you can see that my hands are bound. And in the other ones, you can see that I am blindfolded. And I also give you your warnings of don't do this at home. You know, I've been doing martial arts since I was 7 years old. I'm almost 47 now. So when you look at this stuff, you know, you're going to know that I have some experience in martial arts. Do I have a black belt? Hell no. I don't believe in the black belt system, but I have beaten black belts. So that's either telling you that the black belt system is very flawed or I am very, very good. I don't like to say that I'm very good. I like to say that I hold my own. So when you're learning a martial art, if your sensei doesn't teach you about blocks, if your sensei does not teach you about where to hit versus how hard to hit, you may have to go and reevaluate the school of your choice of training. And also, every martial arts style is different but the same. It's the same because all of the kicks are the same. They just have different names. It's different because every person you go to teaches you what they learned, but they've changed it up to make it work for them. Which in turn, what you learn from them, you will change up to make it work for you. That being said, we're done. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.